What is up? What is up? What is up? It said here, Landon, what up? What is up with you? What is up with you? Home skillet? Home slice? Hello, Rebecca Doan. Hello to you as well. Hope y'all are doing a-okay. We're going to do a Taurus reading. How you will know that I'm doing a Taurus reading, well, you wouldn't, because I haven't put up the Zodiac card. So, hey, at me again. High five. Just got home from the store, lol. Shit, responsibilities. Responsibilities? Hey, you spelled it as the same I pronounced it. Yay, high five. High five emoji. Responsibilities. Awesome sauce. Everywhere. If y'all are new to Free Will Tarot, definitely hit the subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated, maybe even muchly so. Responsibilities, that's funny. If y'all like the energy I bring to the tarot YouTube table, definitely hit the like button. Said yes, lol. With that being said, hit the share button. If you have a Taurus somewhere in your life, no matter what area they reside in, yes, it doesn't have to be a Taurus you hit the share button with, though, as long as they love tarot as much as you, as much as me, maybe even more. Definitely hit the share button. Sid struggles of adulting. Oh yeah, I feel it. I'm technically still waiting to do my laundry. I've got there's other folks in the house that want to do that need to do their laundry first before I do mine. So, it's a-okay though. 333 where I'm at, nice. I was gonna say it's technically 7:34 here in Ohio. Of course, I am from the future though, so go figure. I'm definitely going to have to fix the time machine, and then I'll meet you somewhere in between 3:33 and 7:33. Technically 34 now, but who's keeping track, right? Alrighty, if y'all are new here, I'm about to do the bridge shuffle in less than 2 minutes. Almost a minute. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is, yeah, less than a minute now. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is the green light to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Oh yes, that is the name of the game. Another part of the name of the game is when you send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy, I will use them to cut this deck. Alrighty, here we go. 3 more for Taurus. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, here we go. The bridge shuffle is the green light to send scissors or anything sharp and pointy. Here it is, and there it was. There it was, TWAS. Go ahead and send scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, and I will use them to cut this deck. With that being said, Taurus, we're going to roll the dice to get an overall theme and/or topic. We're going to roll the dice to get an overall theme and/or topic for you, Taurus. So what do we have for Taurus? Overall theme and/or topic for the Taurus collective. What do we have for Taurus in the next week as I do weekly readings? As I do weekly readings. I do that almost in every reading. I'm like, as I do weekly readings, and then I give a cheesy smile. I wonder how many people notice when I do that. Any Hoosers. The joke's way funnier when you point it out. When you have to explain the joke, duh, everyone knows that. Any Hoosers. Any Hoosers. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? Sun, Moon, and or Rising for the next week ahead as I do weekly readings. What does Taurus need to know moving forward? All right, here we go. Ooh, we have a 5 and a 6. A 5 and a 6 to go with that 5. So this could definitely mean a change for the Taurus. Oh no, not change. Not change. Hopefully all Tauruses aren't being bullheaded this week, because there definitely could be some sort of change. Especially with that that full moon in Sagittarius coming this Thursday. Maybe bringing in some conflict, maybe some instability of sorts. But no matter the case, I do feel like there will be momentum away from conflict. Maybe even a creative and or a traditional, not traditional, a practical solution being brought to the table. Maybe some illuminating light of truth after a time of darkness, being confusion, lack of clarity. No matter the case, that 5 will be resolved, and or that instability will become stable once again with that 6 being momentum away from conflict. The conflict with that 5, you will find momentum away from it with that 6. All right, with that being said, thank you all so much for all the love and support. Thank you all for sending me scissors and or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. With that being said, we are going to cut the deck, and thank you all one more time for interacting with me in the comments. One more time, do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. I want to remind y'all that I do personal paid readings over on TikTok. Personal paid readings over on TikTok. All right, I think that's all I need to say. Hit the follow button over there on TikTok, and we're going to just go right on into it. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your energy. The challenge. Your person's energy. The similarities or common ground between you both. And the possible outcome and or advice. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Quick drink. All right, Taurus. Let's get down to business, shall we? So we do have 5 cards here on the Tarot YouTube table. Here in about 20 minutes or so, we will clarify with 5 more cards, 1 card per each placement within the spread, and then we will recap for anyone new joining the live stream at that time. Hopefully they are a Taurus. Golly gee willikers, would that be synchronistic, because they would be joining at the right place at the right time. Doesn't have to be a Taurus, but it would be pretty cool if they were. All right, so now that I got my usual spew out of the way, that takes me, what, about 4 minutes? Something like that. We do have the 2 of Wands. This tells me that Taurus is at a crossroads. It's like, I really want to invest in this person, but they're giving me no choice but to choose myself. But it's like, I really want to invest in them. But at the same time, they're really not giving me a choice to invest in them. So what do I do here? It's out of my control. But if it can be in my control, I would like to invest. With that being said, should you go right where nothing's left? Should you go left where nothing's right? You're definitely wanting to plan for the future, and depending on this person is allowing you to or not, You might have to plan without them, depending on if they are allowing you to plan with them or not. Landon says, "Jolly weed jillikers." Not too much else can be said about the Two of Wands and your placement. The number 2 does suggest to some degree that you have a decision. Number 2 in numerology, yes, you need to make a decision. Either to invest outside of yourself or to invest inside of yourself. Externally, internally. To give to others or to give to yourself. I don't know how much more repetitive I can get, but I do feel like I can move on to the next placement. We do have the 10 of Pentacles in the challenge. Yeah, this is a happily ever after in the environment turned upside down, because this is the only placement I read cards and reverse and reversals. This is the only placement I read reversals. I'll put it that way. 10 of Pentacles. I can see happily ever after in the environment. I can see happily ever after in the environment. But technically in the challenge, I can't see it. What's gone wrong? Everything. Everything has gone wrong. It's like maybe you find it challenging to move in with this person, which is technically making you and this person a little bit upset. Not seeing eye to eye. Having a little bit of differences. Feeling a little bit indifferent, possibly. I'm sure if this is your person of interest challenge as well, then they find it challenging as well to see how this could end up in both of y'all's favor, right? The 10 of Pentacles is an energy that cannot be done alone. You have to have 2 people or more. If it was one person, that would technically be the 9 of Pentacles, doing something solo and or accomplishing something on your own and or accomplishing independence to some degree. To have the 10 of Pentacles, we need 2, at the very least, people to accomplish a happy environment, a happy workplace, a happy home. Right? This is combining resources, but it's almost as if you both find it challenging to combine resources, to create space in this person's home or in your person's home, create space for each other so that, you know, you can combine resources, incomes, lives, memories. And it's no wonder you're at a, you know, it's no wonder Taurus is at a crossroad right now. It's like, if we can't see eye to eye, be on the same team, be team players in the home, what makes us think we can do it in general, you know? What makes us think this relationship is going to last long term if we can't get along? Sure, to some degree, every relationship has its ups and downs. We have our little fits, our arguments, but for the next week, it's like there's definitely something going awry in this relationship, turning it upside down, making it challenging to see if we can actually make this work long term. Maybe it's not as drastic or dramatic as I'm putting it out to be, letting it out to be, as I am a typical Leo. I possibly, you know, create things bigger than life and then am dramatic about things, but hey, I'm sure it's quite interesting and or entertaining for y'all to watch, so hey, I'm just going to go right along with it, whatever. With the 4 of Pentacles and this person's energy, they don't feel like they want to give to this anymore. We're definitely going to have to clarify if this is their final decision, as maybe they once upon a time did want to still give to this, give to you, Taurus, or the relationship, the dynamic you both share. But at this time, they're saving their money. They're conserving their energy. Possibly after a time where they were giving to the relationship, possibly you know, draining themselves, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to keep draining myself. I'm not going to keep giving and giving. I'm going to now save my money. I'm now going to conserve my energy, right? Yeah, they're not wanting to give a little in order to receive a little. With the Four of Pentacles, it's like either it's love or a business. Let's say both, right? If this person is starting up a business, they have to know to some degree, to some extent, that you have to put in your own money into this business, invest your own money into this business to get some sort of return on investment. The same as with in relationships. If you want love, you're going to have to give love. If you want to see action or effort from this person, you're going to have to put in some effort and show them that you're worth, you know, putting in effort into as well. But this person possibly has done, you know, put some effort into the relationship, and maybe they're not seeing that from you at this time, and they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to give to myself then. I'm going to conserve my energy, you know. And you're like, Two of Wands, do I give? Do I not? I don't know if, Taurus, you feel like you've given anything to this relationship. I don't know to what degree this person has given to the relationship, but it would seem that at this point, this person isn't giving, and you're technically not giving. You're at a crossroad. You're considering giving. But keep in mind, we have a similarity and or common ground between you both, where there definitely can be a situation where you both can create a new passion opportunity between you both. There definitely can be a new creative solution with that number 6. Momentum away from the conflict being created. A creative solution, I do feel. Light after a period of darkness. With the Ace of Swords, this is creating that opportunity. This is being inspired to take action and make something happen with each other. Maybe in the next week. It doesn't have to be so long-term as we're possibly hoping for it to be. You know, this is definitely sparking the match and seeing where it goes. I do feel like the World card is the possible outcome and or advice, meaning maybe you have to travel to this person, and maybe you have, maybe you want to close this cycle out where it's like you're no longer in limbo, you're no longer wanting to either give to this person. Maybe there's an issue or a problem that you end up solving, and either you both reconcile differences or you both go your separate ways. It's going to be case by case for all of you, but I do feel like no matter the case, there will be an issue or problem resolved and possibly a solution created, unless the intentions here are to create something new elsewhere. Is that the case? Let me read some of these comments. Said, hell nah, I don't. She's so toxic. I've got nothing left to give. I don't know, she drained me dry. If we're both Tauruses, could the energies be swapped? The they sounds more like me. Well, keep it in mind. Keep this in mind. Whichever you feel is the more spiritual one, if you feel like you're the more spiritual one, if you feel like you are the one that is at a crossroads, I don't know, and this, maybe you're the one that's more so, that's usually how I can tell if you're both Tauruses, who is the one that's more spiritual, or who is the one that's more so, nah, Tarot's just a myth, Tarot's evil, you know? Oh, you're gonna summon Satan with those tarot cards, with those there tarot cards. Like, what? Which one are you, and which is the other Taurus? If you have another Taurus in your life that's more so, how do I want to word it? Skeptical of tarot, of spirituality, said, I see. Yeah, I'm definitely the more spiritual one. This is your placement then. You definitely are in Two of Wands energy. It's like, yeah, you probably want to give to this person. You probably want to be open-minded to what they have to give, to what they have to offer, if they want to offer at all. But it doesn't seem like they want to offer. They're not even wanting to be open-minded, you know? Which is okay. If I have any cross-watchers, which I'm sure I do, wink wink, then yes, I'm sure they don't want to give. If they gave once upon a time to the Taurus, maybe they have a reason for not wanting to give, you know? And it could be with the Ace of Wands that, yeah, maybe you both are just interested in creating a new opportunity elsewhere, which is totally fine in the next week. This definitely could close out a cycle for you and this person. This totally could close out a cycle. And guess what? The World card is the last of the major arcana cards. When you close one door, you open another. Said, LOL, he's the one that's like, my mom warned me about girls like you, LOL. Oh, goodness. Makes sense. Thank you for clarifying that. Not a problem. All right. 53 after. How about because the Taurus communicates like a kid and they're terrible twos. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm sure not all Tauruses communicate like a kid and they're terrible twos. Like I said, it's going to be case by case. It's going to be case by case, but I'm sure the Taurus would like to create something new with someone else. Likewise, the Four of Pentacles person in their environment would probably like to create something new. And if that's the case, we're going to have to clarify why this person in Taurus's environment is not wanting to give a little in order to receive a little. And why is it that Taurus is being open-minded, you know, being open to the possibility of giving and or receiving, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't know. Do I plan with this person based off of their actions, their communication, you know, or do I just give to myself? Maybe I'm just at a crossroads and need to realize what path I need to walk alone. Because there's definitely a relationship that's been turned upside down, or at least you both are finding it challenging to create this relationship and have long-term stability with each other. We're going to clarify though. So I'm sure just the Taurus I dealt with. Good, I'm happy for her. Okay. All right, we are going to clarify though. We're going to clarify and get a deeper understanding of this reading. If y'all are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. I so appreciate it. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. If y'all like the energy I bring to the tarot YouTube table, definitely hit that like button. If you have a specific Taurus in your life that you would like to share this reading with, definitely hit the share button, but it does not have to be with the Taurus that you hit the share button for. As long as they love tarot as much as you, as much as me, maybe even more, definitely hit the share button. Let them know I'm doing big things over here at Free Will Tarot. No matter what anyone else thinks or believes, allow me to be delusional, because I'm only delusional until I'm no longer delusional. But neither here nor there. I'll only be delusional until I'm no longer delusional. All my haters will still be haters. And technically, all my haters are my biggest fans. So thank y'all. Thank y'all one more time. Hate is just another shade of love. I repeat, hate is just another shade of love. Thank you to all my haters, aka my biggest fans. Alrighty, with that being said, whoops, we're going to clarify this reading for you, Taurus. Alrighty. Oh, I do want to mention that I do have personal paid readings over on TikTok. Over on TikTok, I do personal paid readings. Personal paid readings over on TikTok. Do hit the follow button when you visit my TikTok account. And how you will know it's my account is the same title and same logo. The black and white and red logo with the circular whatever. All right, with that being said, yeah, ask more questions when you get there. Message me, do what you got to do, and we're going to move on to the clarification. Here we go, Taurus. 3 more. Oh, come on. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right, if y'all are new here, when I do the bridge shuffle, that is the green light to send scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Go ahead and do so now. This is the second and last time I'm doing this for you, Taurus. There it is, and there it was. The bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety, and I will cut this deck with them. Oh yes, that is the name of the game, folks. Go ahead and send me scissors so I can cut this deck. You send scissors, I cut deck. Scissors, deck. Scissors, deck. I'm going to get a quick drink, and we're going to move forward with the last half of your reading, Taurus. Alrighty. Here we go. Thank you all for interacting with me in the comments, no matter if it's during the live stream or after it's been uploaded. Thank you all so much. One more time, do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the follow button. Follow button over on TikTok, yeah, for sure. Hit the share button, for sure. Personal paid readings over on TikTok. That whole spew. All that jazz, all that fun jazz. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. Clarifying the Two of Wands in Taurus's energy. Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles in the challenge. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles in this person's energy. Clarifying the Ace of Wands and the similarities or common ground between you both. And clarifying the World card and the possible outcome and or advice. All right, so yeah, Taurus, you are showing up in Two of Wands energy, needing to make a decision, about this crossroad that you are at. Crossroad. It's like a Y, a fork in the road, like a three-way crossing. I don't know how you would word that. Whatever. You're at a crossroad. You know, where it splits into 2 other paths. It's like, wait a second, I thought I was supposed to keep going. I thought this was a straight shot into town. Now it splits. When did this happen? Do I go right where nothing's left? Do I go left where nothing's right? You're wanting to plan for the future. And so far, what resources and or information or knowledge you have to make this decision with, you're being left to possibly reject this person. Four of Cups, not feeling emotionally satisfied, not 100% seeing the opportunity, not seeing, possibly seeing what's in front of you, yes, but not really appreciating what you have in front of you. For some of you, I'm sure you do see what's in front of you. Maybe you don't value it. Maybe your idea of someone's value, someone's worth isn't up to par with what they think. No matter the case, you're possibly with the Four of Cups, not wanting to settle for anything less than what you feel you deserve. Also with the Four of Cups, you definitely could be rejecting this person. Like, Two of Wands, do I reject them and go on my own path? Do I accept them for who they are, forgive them for these mistakes, and then have a conversation with them and move this relationship along. And, well, it could be that in the next week you possibly are bored, apathetic, at least contemplating how to move forward with this person, contemplating with the Four of Cups, possibly contemplating how unemotional you are at this time, or emotionally unsatisfied at the very least. In the challenge, it's like, yeah, I find it challenging to see happily ever after in the environment. Oh, I didn't see this coming, but Five of Cups in the reverse. It's like, I'm counting my blessings. Now, if you and this person have this challenge simultaneously, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups. In the upright, it would be like, hey, we have this happily ever after family environment. We're happy. Nothing's wrong, except that we're being pessimistic. We're not being grateful for what we already have. We're looking on the negative side of this relationship. In the challenge, though, we need to look at it in the reversed sense. Hey, this relationship has gone awry. It's gone upside down. Something isn't right. There's a disconnect. The relationship isn't working out for us in the long run, in the long term. There's no long-term commitment. But Five of Cups in the challenge, it's like I find it challenging to look at something in a negative aspect. I'm sure you and this person are looking at this like, hey, we both possibly dodged a bullet here. I'm sure you both are looking at this situation like, hey, we both dodged a bullet. We both dodged a bullet. Five of Cups in the challenge, I find it challenging to look at this in a negative aspect. Find it challenging to look at this like, they did it. No, you did it. You know, pointing fingers, like, what is that going to solve? You both had differences. Neither of you could meet each other's needs, which is possibly why this person is in Four of Pentacles energy. Like, hey, you possibly couldn't meet my needs, so I'm going to create my own needs for myself. And sure, I might have a lot of love for you, but I'm not going to express it. I'm going to remain unbothered. I'm going to remain stoic at this time. You're not getting any of my emotions. You're not getting any of my effort, time, money, energy. Possibly after a time where they did give some energy or effort or time into the situation, it's like, nope, no longer. I'm not expressing my emotions to you anymore. I've told you time and time again, and all that's gotten me was you being put in a crossroad. Like, really? If I would have known the Taurus was going to be at a crossroad, then I wouldn't have given. But that's okay for the Taurus because it was unsatisfying emotionally for the Taurus in the first place. You know, which is possibly a hard pill for the cross watcher to spill. A hard pill for the cross watcher to swallow, but hey, I'm sure both the Taurus and the cross watcher is realizing, yes, Ten of Pentacles, it can't be long term. Five of Cups, because you both technically wasn't giving to each other the way you both needed to. I feel like there is a love language that you both didn't speak your each other's love languages. It's like, what? You know, if you were to speak your own love language to them, they wouldn't get it. They tried to speak their love language to you, you wouldn't get it. It's foreign languages as far as love languages go. It's like Ace of Wands, and the similarities are common ground between you both. Uh-oh. Well, I do hope this new person makes her feel exactly how she made me feel. That'll be her karma. That's quite possible. Quite possible. It is quite possible. It's funny because we have the Ace of Wands. You know, hey, we got someone new. We got someone new. Someone that's sparking some interest in me. Sparking some inspiration, some passion all over again. You, Taurus, and this other person quite possibly could have someone new for you both. But I do believe that there is possibly going to be some karma for both of you. Maybe not necessarily karma per se. Not necessarily karma per se. It's almost as if, wait a second, with the Hermit card, there's a little bit of soul searching on both y'all's part. Like, wait a second, this is looking familiar. It's almost as if maybe I didn't take enough time to heal from, this past person with the King of Cups and Four of Pentacles. It's like, wait a second, either I'm repeating something, repeating a cycle where I am the one that they keep giving to, and I end up being emotionally unsatisfied, or maybe I keep giving to this new person and they are now unsatisfied. It's like, what the crap? That cat and mouse is so annoying, that push and pull. Oh no, sorry mouse person over here, I know you're wanting to give to me, but I'm too busy giving over here to someone else that doesn't want to give to me. What? Wait a second, I am technically giving to someone the same way someone else is giving to me, and it's like the person I'm giving to, they're taking me for granted the same way I'm taking someone else for granted. How can we cut the bullshit out and just end this cycle? It's like none of us feel like we're wanting to settle for less. But then are any of us really looking at the cycle, looking for it outside ourselves, pulling ourselves out of our own body intentionally and looking at it from an outside perspective? Is anyone even looking at this situation in the way they need to? Wait a second, I'm giving to someone the same way someone else is giving to me, but this someone I'm giving to is treating me like dirt the same way I'm treating someone else like dirt. Maybe if they, the person I'm giving to, are taking me for granted, does it necessarily mean that I have to take someone else for granted? Does it necessarily mean that I have to take someone else for granted? You might have to have a serious conversation with someone that is giving and giving and giving to you, as in, hey, this is going to be uncomfortable, but it's the truth. This is going to be awkward, but it's the truth. This is going to be ugly, even, but it's the truth. I'm not going to sprinkle fairy dust. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to paint a pretty picture for you and lie to your face. I'm wanting to cut out a specific cycle in my life where I keep giving to certain individuals that are only tearing me down, but then it's like, well, wait a second. This person doesn't make me feel good, so let me tie a string over here to someone that wants something from me, that wants to give something to me. Sure, they make me feel good, but they're only boosting my ego so that I can go over here and feel like I'm worthy for this person, but then they don't feed my ego. They make me feel like dirt again. So then I have to go back here and get some more, you know what I'm saying? Ego boost, narcissistic supply. Are y'all seeing the pattern here? Are y'all seeing the pattern? Instead of seeking attention from people that we're only going to reject, make sure you know what you're worth. Make sure you know your own value so you don't have to keep dealing with people that make you either one, question your value, or two, can't see your value or what you bring to the table. There's got to be a cycle ended here, Aries. Aries? Taurus. I do apologize, Taurus. There's got to be a cycle ended where you either cut out the person you keep giving to because they're obviously not seeing your worth, your value, what you bring to the table, your beauty, Taurus. They're obviously not seeing it, and if someone else does see it and wants to give and give and give, and you're not appreciating what they have to give, then who's really the narcissist here, quote unquote? Who's bringing the narcissistic tendencies, personality traits, right? Because technically, y'all, and I want to bring this up to everyone's attention, narcissistic tendencies and or personality traits and or behaviors, it's not all just black and white. You're either a narcissist or you're an empath. You're either an empath or you're a you know, a narcissist. You're either manipulative as a narcissist, trying to get their way, trying to take for granted and take, or you're an empath and you're a victim of circumstance, you know, and you just give. No, it's not just black and white. There is a gray area. Empaths can be narcissistic as well. Narcissists can be empathic as well. There is a gray area. There is a spectrum. I want to make this very clear for everyone. There is a spectrum. You yourself can be at fault. Yes, can be the victim, also can be at fault. They themselves can be at fault, but also be the victim. I want to make sure everyone is clear on this. We both can take accountability and be mature about situations, but that's all on our own self-awareness, right? I want to make sure everyone is aware of this, that yes, it takes two to tango. Maybe they did do you dirty, maybe they did do you dirty, Taurus, but you to some degree did them dirty. Please be aware and take responsibility and take accountability for maybe you strung this person along and or you gave too much to this person. Yes, if that's the case, sure, maybe this person gave too much to you as you gave too much to this person over here, but you also strung this person along as well as this person stringing you along, right? So technically, you're right there in the middle, just as this person is right there in the middle, and possibly this person over here is right in the middle as well. You know, no one is 100% a victim. No one is 100% at fault. Especially nowadays in this yucky, ugly dating world. Especially nowadays. It's just all over the place. There's almost no loyalty nowadays. It's too easy to have options, quote unquote. The illusion of options, right? It's too easy to have options. There needs to be a cycle came to a close. There needs to be some sort of issue resolved between you and possibly someone who does see your value, Taurus. If this person sees your value, but they're not speaking on it, it's like, wait, why aren't they speaking on it? Maybe once upon a time they spoke to you about it and you wouldn't listen because you had another option. You maybe had two options, two of wands, and you possibly rejected this person, chose someone else, chose someone new, but then realized, uh-oh, isolated yourself and found out there's some wisdom behind this. You know, I shouldn't keep someone else on the side feeding my ego with how they give and give and give so that I can take that ego boost and go over here and reject them and feel so good about myself, like, oh, now I feel good enough for this person over here, which I feel insecure about. Are we seeing the dynamic here? So yes, maybe you have to travel to a specific individual, but let them know, hey, I see that you have emotions for me, and I'm hoping I'm doing the right thing. You see my value when I couldn't see my own value. You seen what I was worth, what I brought to the table when I couldn't myself. Maybe you need to apologize, maybe you don't. Maybe it's water under the bridge. No matter the case, there has to be a serious talk with either this person or the new person. You know, set boundaries with the King of Swords where you need to. Try not to have too unrealistic expectations. Try not to put someone on a pedestal, Taurus. And if you do put someone on a pedestal, make sure you yourself are willing to go through that change with that 5 of the dice we did roll earlier, and that inner conflict. And with that change, you can transmute the instability and create momentum away from that conflict and meet this person to your standard. You know, if this is that, if you're seeing this person on a pedestal and you're like, no, how can I ever perform? Work through it. Meet them at their level. If you view them higher than you, work through it and evolve, level up, upgrade, right? Work through your insecurities. Don't just project onto this next person or this old person, this past person. Don't just project. Work through it. End out that cycle of being insecure. Level up. And let this person know, hey, yes, I have worked through my insecurities. Let's do this. Instead of continuing a cycle that just keeps going around and around and around. I hope this helped, y'all. I got one more. Said, I've had to take measures to keep that from happening recently. I'm not giving or taking from anybody. I don't mind being alone at this stage in my life, but you're right. Love is always one-sided, isn't it though? No one wants to recognize what we are giving, but then are we really recognizing what another person has to give? Are we really recognizing what they are giving? Only time will tell someone's true intentions towards us. Only time will show what someone's true intentions were for us or towards us. All right, with that being said, I'm going to end this reading here. I hope this was helpful and or you found some insight during this reading. Yeah, I do hope it helped or you found it insightful to some degree. Said, truly, I wish her the best. She can have that other option. I've got a lot of options now. She traded me in for 1. I traded her in for 10. It's all good. Oh, goodness. I wish all y'all the best of luck, whether you are a Taurus or another a cross watcher. Thank you and much love. Yes, you as well, Jules. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the live stream here. Y'all have a good night. Hopefully, I'll see y'all either on TikTok for personal paid readings tomorrow, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or maybe another Taurus collective reading next Monday. Very insightful reading. Thank you so much. Not a problem. Y'all have a good one. Much love. Take care and have a good night, y'all. Thank you. I'll be live tonight. Hope to see you there. Oh, I'll definitely be there, Landon. I'll definitely be there. I promise. I'm trying to stay true to my commitment there, all right? I will be there tonight, though. Take care, y'all. Until then. Thanks, Rick. See you tomorrow for Gemini. Yes, see y'all for Gemini and Cancer.